In terms of local currency, in comparison to the previous year, the 5 Jamaats that have collected the most number first is Germany, which has increased by 33%. Then there is India at second position, then USA, then Australia, then Belgium. In terms of contributions per head, USA is in the first position. They obtained more than £81 per head. Then there is Switzerland at £48 per head, then Ireland, then the UK, and then there is Japan. France, Canada and Spain also made significant efforts. In Africa, in terms of collection, the first 5 Jamaats are Ghana, Nigeria, Mauritius, then at 4th position is Burkina Faso, and then there is Benin. This year, in terms of the number of contributors to Waqf Jadid, there is an increase of 25,000. And in this way, the total number of contributors is more than 600,000. But as I have said, Niger has made great efforts this time, and although it is a small Jamaat and it is a new Jamaat, they have increased their contributors to more than 16,000. If the other Jamaats in Africa make similar efforts, then this increase can be even greater. Ghana and Nigeria, I say to them for the next year that they should at least, in terms of the target of new contributors, that should be at 50,000. And there is room for improvement. This can be possible with the grace of Allah. In terms of Pakistan, the results are Lahore at first, then there is Karachi, and then there is Rabwa. There is such a minimal difference between Karachi and Rabwa that if the people of Rabwa knew of this difference, then one person may have given a few thousand and that would have increased their lead. In districts, there are 10 districts: Sialkot, Rawalpindi, Faisalabad, Islamabad, Shekhupura, Gujranwala, Sargodha, Multan, Gujarat and Umarkot. In Atfal, at first position is Lahore, then there is Karachi, and then there is Rabwa at third. At first is Sialkot, Rawalpindi, Islamabad, Shekhupura, Faisalabad, Gujranwala, Narwal, Gujarat, Umarkot. And at 10th is Hyderabad. This is the first 10 districts in terms of Atfal. The first 5 Jamaats in rank of USA is Los Angeles, Inland Empire, Silicon Valley, Detroit, Chicago West, and Boston. The first 10 Jamaats in the UK are Worcester Park, Masjid Fazl, Rains Park, Birmingham West, West Hill, Bradford, Bradford North, Lexley and Greenwich, Masjid West, Wolverhampton. And in terms of collection, in UK is Midland region, South region, London region, Middlesex region and Islamabad region. In Germany, the first 5 Jamaats are Hamburg, Frankfurt, Grosgrau, Wiesbaden and Darmstadt. In terms of collection in Germany, the prominent Jamaats are Dordremark, Bruchsal, Morfelden. Hazur says Germans can correct the pronunciation themselves. Then is Wolfishaven, Mahdiabad, Rahman, Niederrofen, Waldorf and Einwarden. In Canada have kept the office of elders and Atfal separate. In other Jamaats, wherever the Jamaat is well established and the administration is set, I also told them to implement a similar system, but Germany and USA and UK have not able to implement this yet, to separate the Atfal and the elders, but Canada nonetheless has done this. In this way, only after Pakistan has Canada at the moment kept a separate record for adults and Atfal. In this, in the adults are Markham, Peace Village South, Preston, Islington, Calgary South and Woodbridge. In Canada, in the Atfal is Western South, Western North West, Western Islington, Markham and Peace Village South. In the Jamaats in India is Kerala, Jammu Kashmir, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Western Kamal, Karnataka, Orissa, Punjab, Uttar Pradesh and Delhi. And the prominent Jamaat is Calicut. I have told the provinces before, but now it is the Jamaats. Calicut, Kannur Town, Hyderabad, Qadian, Chennai, Calcutta, Kerala, Bangalore, Angari, Commodore, Asunor. Hazur says, may Allah the Almighty enable everyone to increase in the sacrifices this year who gave sacrifices last year. May Allah bless their financial sacrifices abundantly. And may these people increase their sacrifices even more than before. And may we be those who witness the advancement and progress of the Jamaat. There is saddening news. Mr. Hidayatullah Hub Sahib of Germany on 4th of January passed away. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. To Allah we belong and to Him we will certainly return. He was born in 1946, and this means he was approximately 64 years, or perhaps 65 years if he was born at the beginning of January. Hazur says yes, he was 65 years. He was educated in Frankfurt. In 1974 he was married to a woman from Mauritius, and there is one daughter born from her. That wife passed away, and then after that he had a second marriage in Qadian with the daughter of Sayyid Muhar Sahib Darwish, and there are 3 sons and daughters from that marriage. He was a very sincere and loyal Ahmadi. He said that how did I accept Islam? He said, once I was sitting in the house of my mother when I saw a white light come from beyond the shoulder, and it was going towards the cupboard, in which were many books arranged in order. That light stopped upon a book, and when he picked up that book to see what it was the German translation of the Quran. He took the Quran in his hand and started reading it, and after reading a certain portion of the Quran, he believed that Allah was talking through this Quran, and this book is true and I should accept it. So then he accepted Islam because of this. Then he started searching for a mosque after this thought, and he found out about the mosque Noor. In this way he was introduced to the mosque, and he became acquainted with the late Masood Jalmi Sahib, and with great affection and love he introduced him to Islam and Ahmadiyyat. In 1969 he took the pledge of allegiance to Bayt and came into Ahmadiyyat. Hadrat Khalifatul Masih III gave him the name Hidayatullah. In 1974 Hadrat Khalifatul Masih III went to Frankfurt, and there he met Hadrat Khalifatul Masih III. Also, Amir Sahib Germany through Hidayatullah Hib Sahib became Ahmadi because he propagated and did tabligh to him, because he had gone to Qadian in search of the truth. And because they were both German, so he took him and he toured him around the whole of Qadian and did tabligh to him. He has always worked as a translator for the Khulafa, and he has given service in this capacity. He was a very humble and pious and sincere person. His trust of Allah was at the pinnacle level. He was such that those who came after him, I believe that he, in terms of trust, in belief and in faith, in terms of loyalty and in love and affection, he was ahead of those people. He had great affection with Khilafat Ahmadiyyat. He had great loyalty with the Khilafat. He would never express even the smallest amount of objection in any matter. Whenever the sermon was coming on the MTA or any other program of the Khalifa, he would tell his children to keep quiet and tell them to listen to the khutbah or the sermon quietly, and he would listen to it himself as well. His dedication to prayers was at the highest level. He would perform the tahajjud and voluntary prayers. I remember in the previous year, perhaps in the previous year, I convened a shura in Germany. There was an issue regarding a publication that had been published there in the German language. and that had been published from the Jamaat, but however it had certain things in it which made certain people have reservations about it. There was a discussion ensuing regarding this, and I felt those reservations were correct. Although Hidayatullah Hoops had a prominent role in publishing that, and he also had his own articles, and also his own daughter's articles were in that. There were other people who were supporting the publication and justifying that it should be published, but Hoopstab stood up. And the first thing he said was, is that whatever mistakes you are pointing out, they are absolutely correct. And I apologize for that, and it is better that we should ponder and reflect on this. He did not express any kind of objection that it should be like this or like that. He did not express any advice that this is what I would like to say now. Simply, he admitted that this was a mistake on our part, and we asked forgiveness for this. So this was the spirit within him. One year I did the larger Eid there, and he specially asked me to come to his home. And then he showed me every room of his house, he showed me his library, and he showed me all of his house. But the happiness that was within him, that was something that should have been beheld. And that distinguished him from others. In terms of rendering services to the faith, he performed excellent services. Allah enabled